Like that, tell the people that phony water is back. Like that, tell the people that phony water is back. Like that.
You are tuned into the W Show on Sideline Sports Talk Network and 100.1 FM, Kansas City. Live from Radio Row in San Francisco, California. Brought to you by Gates Barbecue, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum, Dillard Zona Rosa, the Soul of Santa, Golden Gate Funeral and Cremation Services, and Wood Nissan.
All right, back here live on Radio Row. We've been having some fun today, but we've got another guest that a lot of Chiefs fans definitely know who this guy is.
Yeah. They loved you.
Man. Yeah. They know. You got your a few starts as a rookie, man. Just talk about that. That's all.
I mean, give all the glory to God for everything that He was able to bless me with. Towards the end of that season, things were looking grim for us as a team, but God finds ways to open doors
right
when it don't seem they can be open. And I felt like in my heart I kind of was starting to close off that season for myself. And things started happening, things started unfolding, and I started realizing that this was my opportunity to seize. And God put me in that path and kind of had to take off with it.
And just talk about, because we hear all the time, folks say, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
When you saw, guys like Trey go down and some other guys, on that offensive line and your numbers called, what was that feeling like for you?
I still remember after the first drive, it was against
was it Houston?
The Houston.
I was at that game. Yeah, I was at that game.
The game was wild, but we were wearing white pants.
Mm-hmm.
And after the drive, I went to the sideline. And I was asking around, can y'all check? Can y'all check if I'm cool? You're a kid. You're a kid watching TV, watching these guys play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, I'm getting the play call from Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay cool because we're trying to win this game. And at the same time, I'm like, yo, I'm right here. And we're playing, and I'm doing kind of good right now.
Yeah, true.
I just take it all back to God, but that experience was surreal to say the least.
Yeah. You talk about how you were almost about to close off that chapter, and I keep hearing you give your talents back to God. So how has your faith played out in this football journey of yours?
I feel like with faith, people mistake faith for something that is so much greater than everything else we do here on earth. I mean, your relationship you build is the same as the relationship you build with the next person next to you. There's ups and there's downs.
Yeah.
And, embracing that, your ups and downs is going to come, but staying steadfast and staying grounded was what I needed to do. And I felt like God felt me start to lose my ground when, I was kind of I was on the sideline basically the whole season. So, just thankful to Him for giving me that, that eye opener and keeping me from closing that door.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, and they will, vouch for this. I'm not really a Chiefs fan,
No, he's
some
not.
of the fans, but as a watcher of the game, I just remember when you came in and you had that good pressure rate at the end of the game. Everybody was raving for you. All the Chiefs fans, the kingdom was raving like, that's the guy that we need. All the money that the Chiefs spent in the offseason, and when you came in and you protected Pat, they was like, this is the golden guy that's going to keep our golden quarterback standing up straight or whatever. How did that feel after you coming in and then performing the way that you did and kind of soaking it all in or whatever, knowing that the kingdom has your back now?
I mean, I tried not to cry, because you pray for these type of things and staying ready for that moment. I dreamed and I prayed and I thought of being in that position, being the guy they could trust, being the guy they can rely on. And then when you wake up and you're hit with it, you can stay ready. You gotta get ready for it, because now all of a sudden you got what you prayed for, and now you're like, you don't even know how to handle it. So it's like, I had to keep understanding, don't put the weight of the world on your shoulders. Don't take the good criticism, take everything that everyone's saying, listen to what the coaches are saying, because they're the only ones that are going to be real with you, and embrace the moment that people start recognizing who you are.
And we hear Trey and Creed and those guys talk about just the brotherhood that y'all have on that offensive line. What have they meant for you?
I mean, you talk about the prime examples of like mentors.
Mhm.
Like those are the two you want to talk to, and
Right.
they took me in seamlessly. Like there was never a time where they sat me down and like, you're one of us now. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Right.
And when it happens, and when you roll. Like, and we
Mhm.
was rolling. Being able to, I mean, I knew who Creed Humphrey. Everyone knows who Creed Humphrey is.
Right.
I knew who Creed Humphrey was before coming to the Chiefs, and then like getting to know him as a person, getting to know Trey as a person. You start understanding like now you know why these guys are those guys.
Right.
Because they know how to separate work from the rest of their life.
Mhm.
When work is work, work got to get done. And seeing them in practice, seeing the way they practice, seeing the work ethic that they show, the nastiness that's not only for game day, like that's for every day, whoever want it, right?
Yeah.
And that's a mentality that I had to grow so I can be part of that brotherhood. And as it started to grow and it started to show on the football field, that's why I was so thankful, because they never really, like, it's not like they sat me down, like I said, or talked to me, but they showed me the way. And it was just up to me whether I wanted to follow or I wanted to do my own thing.
And I talk to Trey all the time in the locker room. And I the first time I talked to him, I asked him, what is the mentality of the offensive line? And he's like, shoot, man, set the tone. Set the tone. That's it. How long you sound like I know it. Yeah, set the tone.
Too good at that impression,
but yeah, so talk about how long did it take for you to understand that mentality that they wanted to, be the force on that offensive line?
It didn't take long.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a testament to them.
Yeah.
You talk about a group of guys that it's not a surprise when they hit. It's not a surprise. You close your eyes and you hear, oh, that was Creed.
Yeah.
That was straight. Like, that was Kingsley. Like that was JT. Like those guys are guys, and there's a reason why they're guys, And first day of pads in camp, like you talk about, this is my first ever NFL camp. I'm like wondering what's gonna happen. They're talking about these drills, and I'm lost. I don't know what's gonna be happening. And you see how they go and how they roll and how they want to compete against our own teammates. Like, man, if they're competing like this against our own guys,
right?
I feel sorry for everybody else that's coming. Yeah. And that's the mentality I have to go. You want to set the tone, you set the tone here in camp.
Yeah, definitely. Was there ever, and I feel like this is a no, because was there ever a time where it took you to like get used to the cold in Kansas City?
I mean, I played at Washington State.
And that's what I'm saying, yeah.
So, I mean, I was the one guy that had a crop top when it was like 30 degrees. I don't know. Talk about setting the tone. I try to bring energy. Everyone else coming out in a full-fledged hoodie and everything. And I'm just like, man, come on. Like, we don't get to play this all the time. Like, let's just have fun like kids again. Like, when you was a kid, you never wore a jacket when it was cold.
Sure did.
Someone had to put a jacket on.
Yeah.
So don't try to act all cool now that you older. Like, come on, let's be kids, man. Let's be a kid again. Yeah, that was kind of my thing. I was used to the cold.
Yeah.
How has Pat embraced you?
It's kind of funny. Like we have. I don't think we really like. We've talked here and there. We kind of like talk about the pack. We talked about Wazoo. Yeah. Because Gardner went there, so like he's a familiar. And every time we talk, it's always about Washington State. So I think that's kind of just where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
I went to Washington State. That's all that I'm really known for. And the fact that I didn't play in high school, a lot of people are still like,
yeah, you good.
A lot of people are still asking me questions about how that even worked and stuff like that. But yeah, Pat's a cool guy. He's just one of the guys. Like you talk about a guy that is on probably every other billboard you see, and he's just a guy. Like, and that's what I love the most about him. Chris Jones, Trav, like they're just guys that just want to play ball.
Yeah.
Who gives the best Patrick Mahomes impersonation in the locker room? Is it really Travis?
Trav gives a good impression, but there's a guy in the locker room that actually sounds like him, and that's Chris Oladokin.
Yep.
Sure. Oh, wow.
Sure does.
Like I remember me and Kingsley were walking, and we hear a voice, and we're like, "Oh, Pat's somewhere over here," and then we just see Chris walk by. We look, we don't see nobody else. Like, I thought that was Pat. Like, it's not even like trying to make fun of Chris. Like, he legit sounded like Pat.
Wow.
Now, when it comes to impressions, Trav got it. Like, I don't know who he's trying to impersonate, him or Kermit. Like, he does that. He's trying to make that voice, and he's trying to force it. But yeah, I think Chris. I don't know.
And it's funny you mentioned Chris when he did his. Of course, he got the start, and he did his midweek press conference. and you saw everybody online watching, like, why is he trying to do that? And I'm like, nah, because I've talked to Chris before, and that's just him. Like, that's his voice,
That's
and people
his
just
regular
understand that's his regular voice. Did you? I ask rookies this all the time. Did you take a minute to pick up the cadence? Because everybody's cadence is different, especially going from Watch U to then hearing Chris and also Pat.
I think the hardest part wasn't really going team to team with cadences. It was going quarterback to quarterback.
Okay.
Like, it's hard. Like, they're not going to be on the same cadence or the same rhythm as each other. Like, no matter how much you try, like everyone has their own thing. And getting used to that thing. We had, Tennessee where we had Gardner, and then we had Chris, and then we had Gardner again, and then back to Chris, and then we had the Raider game where we had Danny, and trying to go from QB to QB, and then like with Creed and how fast he wants to snap that ball.
Yeah.
Like, it got to a point where I was just I wasn't even hearing none of that. I was just going, when that ball move, I'm going.
Yeah. Last question for you, man. Off season, how's that preparation gonna be for you going into next season?
Yeah, talking about this a lot. I want to kind of find that balance because obviously after a year that I had and the opportunity that's coming my way, obviously I want to do everything that I can and fill my head up with these I got to do this, I can't do this and that, but also understanding that you need to find that comfort knowing that you belong.
Right.
Right. Everyone asked me questions about those last few games and the discomfort and how did you overcome it? And I'm like, well, I did it with the guys that I was blessed to play with and the grace of God. But now that I've gotten that out, got the butterflies out, now I need to find that comfort.
Yeah.
And finding that comfort is going back to what I used to do. And I was lifting with my brother with whatever he had in the garage.
Yeah.
And then we just got a gym membership because now I got a little change in my pocket. So before that, it was sandbags in the back and we was walking around trying to squat them. But now I'm about to go to the gym after this and working out, putting yourself in the environment, not forgetting where you came from.
Yeah.
And knowing that this is who you once were, and then balancing that, knowing that get comfortable because you showed that you can play with these guys and continue to show that. You got to show that every day, not just once.
And I know Q asked this to some other players earlier. Have you had your welcome to the NFL moment yet?
Yeah, I just told some guys over there that it was my first rep against Chris Jones. And talk about I'm like, okay, I think I was having a decent practice too. And then Chris just does that walk and just walks to the edge. And I'm just like, what is he doing? Don't play with me. Get back. Leave me alone. And he goes onto the edge and he fires off the ball. He lines up so close to the ball. So I'm like, dang, okay, so I gotta get a good get off. It doesn't matter how good your get off is. He's flying off that ball. And on top of that, I felt like I had a good set. I felt like I had good hands. It just wasn't good enough. Right. He ended up there, and I ended up not where I was supposed to be. So, that was kind of my welcome to the NFL.
Yeah, we appreciate you giving us some time, man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me.
Yep. That's SR Pole. We're done for the day. So if you guys are watching, we appreciate you sticking with us. We'll be back tomorrow live from Radio Row.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the hosts, co-hosts, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundations, or affiliates.